Hello and welcome to my channel. This is for all you guys who own an XLCH or an XLH and are still sporting these old HD1 carburetors, or you may have an old HD2 carburetor. Okay, alright, the issue that I have is that when I prime kick, maybe 2 to 6 times, I'm not drawing up the gas into the carburetor. It is just not enough, and I think it's because just because you kick start these bikes and you prime kick these bikes, it is just not enough, and the vacuum isn't there. The diaphragm has to be drawn up, and the vacuum is not enough to do that from a couple of prime kicks. What I would have to do actually is to get a little red straw, and I would go underneath the carburetor with it, and I'll just punch it through that little hole right there, pull up, and the diaphragm is underneath this little cap right here, and that would introduce the fuel into the accelerator pump and down the carburetor throat. Okay, which in turn would open up the valve seat right here, and that would flow all the fuel. Okay, so I think it's time now for the straw to let go away. I am going to look in a different way to introduce fuel. So what I had done here, actually, I had just rebuilt an HD2 carburetor, and I bought this kit for it, and so I rebuilt the whole thing. And this kit came with this other little kit right here that I did not put on my HD2. I'm going to use this on my HD1, and all it does is just screws right underneath your HD1 carburetor with the existing screws you have there, and this little brass pin fits right inside the little hole right here. And so the spring goes on top of that little brass pin. It fits right into the hole, and you simply just screw the whole thing right on your carburetor. Okay, and so you push up on that little brass pin, and in turn you'll prime in your carburetor, and so the diaphragm is going to be pushed up, and the fuel is going to flow into your fuel pump and right down the throat of your carburetor. Now, I understand that when you prime kick your bike, it's not only just to prime in the carburetor, but also to prime in your oil pump. So by all means, go ahead and prime kick your bike so as to prime in your oil pump as well. But this is about priming in your carburetor. So let's go ahead and we'll install this kit, and we're going to see how it's going to work. Alright, all you have to do is remove these 2 screws, 1 and 2. You'll get your brass pin right here, just like so. And you're gonna put it just like so, just like that. And you put your spring on top of that little brass pin right there. And you're gonna line it up right like that. Put your screws back in. It's as easy as that. Okay, and so when you drive down your screws all the way, now you can press down on your little pin right there, and the diaphragm, it gets pushed up, and it will introduce the fuel into the carburetor throat and your accelerator pump. Just give it 1 or 2 shots like that. 1, 2, and that's all you need. Okay, you don't need any more straws, okay? That's the end of the straw. So let's get it bolted on the bike, and let's carry on. We'll do our little experiments with this, and we'll go from there.
Okay. Now the gas tap's on. Full choke. And retard the spark. And I'll give it 4 prime kicks. Okay. And we have fuel. And I'll give it, see, 1, 2, 3 shots of fuel. And I'll turn on the key. And the choke is off. Whoa. Almost threw out the first kick that time. That's it. Hot start. 1, 2, 3 shots of fuel. Choke off. Key on. Okay, is a Tickler kit good for everyday use? No, it's not. You know, a Tickler kit is good on your HD1 or your HD2 for maybe if you didn't start the bike in maybe a couple of weeks or maybe a couple of months, and your fuel in your pump has long evaporated. And so instead of getting on your bike and you got to prime kick it, maybe about 5 or 10 times, trying to get the fuel up, all you need to do is you reach under the carburetor and you just pull up on that little brass pin right there, and you do it once, and that's enough to put your fuel into your accelerator pump to start your motor. So I would recommend one. They're nice to have, unless you ride your bike a lot, and then and then you're not going to need it because it's not for everyday use. Tickler kit's only good for when your bike sits a long time and the fuel in your HD1 or HD2 carburetor, it long has evaporated.
Like, subscribe, and stay tuned. like, subscribe, and more to come.